Hello my friends and welcome to episode 17 and welcome to sunny Guildford for this race on Motorsport Manager with Predator Racing using a setup that adjusted. Now it said good here, obviously speed balance is then flagged. Now I think great, right, yep, can bring that down just to about there and that'll be fine. Wait. Yep, we'll go with it. Now that doesn't look like that's going to go for too crazy, so I'll go for about 10 laps worth of fuel, which is maximum anyway. Do the exact same here, but as you see, great here, and it's up much higher, so different situation. We did get the other driver, she declined on money. I wasn't that fussed for that, you know. I wasn't going to pay lots more money. She wants to finish 19th in the championship, by the way, which I had to decline, which is a bit frustrating. We will go on push for tyres and see how we get on. Kind of don't want Baotang to be charging here and overtaking Shona Stover because she's in the better car, but unfortunately right now they're fighting each other off. So if he maybe just holds everyone else up and Shona can just hold off as best she can, would be great. I actually feel like Inters might have been a better choice here. Don't think it's going to have been wet weather track for long enough to, maybe it is. Yeah, it is. Right, ignore that. We're now on to wet weather tyre racing, so let's see how Stover does now. I'm anticipating about 6 laps worth for this, and then probably Inters, see how quickly it drops off, and go from there. Obviously, recently it's not been great. Baotang down into 17th while Stover still fighting for the lead. I mean, she's going to lose out eventually to a lot of these guys, but she's really holding off well. Eventually Chu has gone past, followed by the Garuda of Engelhart. She's held off very, very well early on. But you can see now, she's getting swamped a bit now, very, very quickly, but still doing a decent job. Still in the number 1 car in quotation marks, despite being the number 2 driver and Tang having equal status. He is still content because whatever I changed in the last race, they meant he was happy with that. As I said, it's bugged out. There's no way that he is content. He thinks for some reason he's got the better car. He really doesn't. Well, that's kind of the way it is. So we're happy though, as much as it's probably most likely a bug. We are getting absolutely swarmed here. This is definitely going to be Inters soon, so we can pit for Inters very, very soon actually. So we're going to go attack, overtake on both cars, see if it makes any difference. We've got about 7 seconds between them, so we'll go for an early pit stop on not Stover, on Tang right now, and again we'll fill up for, need about 6 laps out of this actually, so there. He has the early pit stop to be the first, hopefully, driver onto the Inters. Stover will come in at the end of the next lap for it, for the exact same sort of thing. Again, probably about that much, and pit. See how we get on. And filling up with the fuel. Oh, mistake on the fuel, 7 seconds there. Double mistake on refueling. I've just changed them as well, so that is not a tiredness thing, that's just an ability thing. That is very, very frustrating. We're going to be on the Inters here in a second. In fact, a few other drivers coming in with us. I think maybe it was probably a lap too early for Baotang, but obviously that 7-second punishment really hurts him as well. In fact, he actually was only a couple of seconds off here with that, so it was the right tyre at the right time. Just unfortunately 10-second mistake. In fact, let's not burn these out stupidly. Go high on both. But we're currently in 17th and 20th, but hopefully we jump through the pit stops. We do indeed, and we should now be lapping comfortably faster than those wet tyres higher up. Of course they might go straight to dries though, which again would be a bit of a gamble. I genuinely think an interstint was the right decision here. But I've not been right on the pit strategy that much recently. That is one thing you can say that I have not got right. So you never know. In fact, dry tyres ahead, so let's see. where we come out. In fact, we are one of the lead Inter drivers. Cavalcanti and Slowbear now overtaking us. But good overtaking from Stover. Tang doing well as well, up in 11th. He is the back runner of the Inter drivers though, of course, because he's just not very good at it. So Tang, at the end of this lap, please, I want you to come on. And can we get to the end on these? No, we can't. So we're going for 2 of these. That's fine. 6 laps worth of fuel. How long will you lap for? 6 laps. That's fine. In fact, that's actually pretty much perfect. So attack and overtake on both cars. Stover dropped down into 6 now, actually struggling. I wonder if Englehart's causing issues in that regard, but Stover will come in at the end of this lap and we'll give her 6 laps worth of fuel again and charge away. Hopefully no mistakes here. You're coming at the end of this lap, so don't you be stressing about that. Another mistake. 1.8 seconds mistake on Tang. Really getting hurt. Now, that's probably about 10 seconds worth of mistakes over the 2 pit stops, and he's about 10 seconds behind Sabado, so you know that really does hurt. Let's see where she comes in regards to the guys that went on to dries. Down into 18th. Not ideal. In fact, on you on push, neutral push actually. Neutral high for, that is what I actually meant. Frustrating stuff. We're running bottom 2 now. We are going to jump some, but not enough. The switch to the dry tyres, they will have to pit again as well, of course, but so do we. It just wasn't enough for us not to have to pit again. I feel like we should be doing better. I really do. I feel like I'm making mistakes, or the drivers are making mistakes. There's just something that's not working now. Stover is on 1 race form because of that promise just now, which is why it's a 1.0. I'm hoping that that's not going to last too long, that trait just now. Something's up with the brakes, right? That's fine. I will look at them soon. I'm going to bring you in at the end of this lap, buddy, and we'll fuel you to the end. You will need to do a bit of work with the tyres. We'll fix the brakes just to make sure that you get to the end. You've got an extra couple of laps and you're fine, so you can push for these 2 laps. In fact, we might even be able to go really aggressive. So we can indeed pit at the end of this lap, and should be 6 laps remaining. Counted right. We're going to go for the extra because we can afford to push quite heavily on the engine, because we've got reliability in that car. No more mistake. Another mistake. 3 mistakes on Baotang. Well, 4 mistakes over the pit stops. Absolutely ridiculous. It's probably cost him about 15 seconds. I'm guessing 14-15 seconds over his pit stops. It's criminal. Absolutely criminal from our pit crew. And he's going to be miles off the pace, and it's really nothing. Another mistake. Andy Waller again with another mistake. He is getting fired in the morning, because that's 4 mistakes just from him. Stover is struggling. The 1 form is a killer. And there's no other drivers really that are worthwhile us taking financially, unless they're extremely high in markability, because we lose the pay driver stats. I've looked at every single pay driver and none of them are interested, or they're no better than Baotang in his current state, never mind when he gets his 4+4 back for not being in a cult, which he'll then probably just rejoin the cult. In fact, actually, this, I have boobed here. I have boobed excess fuel, so that's fine, but big boob in terms of tyre wear. We've got 2 laps left to go. We will make it. It's fine. We've got away with it. Can push here. Unfortunately, we're finishing bottom 2, and I feel like pit lane mistakes is what has cost us. I don't feel like the strategy was wrong today. I don't feel the drivers have been horrifically bad. You know, they've not been quick. I don't feel the car's been that bad. You know, we've seen Stover competing fairly well. Yeah, we've been punished because Andy Waller cannot refuel. And I actually think he's pretty decent. I think he's got like a 9 out of 10 for refueling, which is about the best that we can get right now. You know, I'm trying my hardest with the pit lane stuff. I'm not very good at it. Final lap, we didn't and get away with it actually. That's not good. Bring you back down to medium. We did not get away with that excessive attacking. And in fact, the tyres have gone. Dembele on fresh boots. Can we hold on? Can we hold on? No, we can't. Tyres have gone. On the home straight. Not a good race. At all. From our team. I'm actually quite dejected at that race because I actually felt like we're better than that. Next race will be Tondela though, which is not a good track for us. In fact, Stover catching up already with Frankie Kinney. I don't think she'll be able to overtake him. We're actually doing worse than last season with a better car. I feel like I'm trying to make all the right decisions and getting it all wrong. Andy Waller, is he the guy that I maybe brought in to, you know, just rest somebody? I'm curious to that. Andy Waller, it was 4 mistakes in that race. Pit crew, Waller. 12 for refueling. He's literally the best at refueling. He's absolutely knackered there. He wasn't that knackered before, I can assure you, but he's coming out. Anyway, that was embarrassing, guys. We'll do the interview. It's an interesting track. I need stuff that gives me marketability, not improve other people's morale. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, regardless of that absolute horror show, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.